Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miss back again for another video today, and welcome back to our Philadelphia franchise. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about today's video, guys. We are here again for yet another regular season. Of course, this team is still looking pretty damn fire, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go and take a look at it. As you can see, Ivan Provorov now our best player. But let's hop into it. So we've got some very interesting new look lines this year that I'm very excited for. So here it is, guys. We have Morgan Frost on the top line with Nolan Patrick and Travis Konechny. I'm very excited to see how that line does. And our second line is going to be Claude Giroux with Sean Couturier and Joel Farabee. Very, very excited to see how that line does as well. And our third line of Oscar Lindblom, Isaac Ratcliffe goes right up to the third line because we need a centerman on that line, and Jacob Voracek. I mean, realistically, I could put Scott Lawton on that third line. Doesn't really matter, though. And then our fourth line of JVR, Scott Lawton, and Alex Barré-Boulet. So a pretty damn solid forward core, I'm not going to lie. Hoping for a lot of growth out of Farabee and Frost this year. We'll see how it goes, though. And then you look at our decor, we've got Ivan Provorov with Evan Bouchard getting a +3, so Provorov will be playing like a 94 overall, which is just crazy. The +3 to Bouchard is going to be an 84 for him. Then on our second pairing, it doesn't really get any easier for for teams. We got an 85 Ghost and an 83 Myers, but they're also getting a +3, so that's an 88 Ghost and an 86 Myers. And then on our third pairing, we have Sanheim and, of course, the free agent signing, Anton Stralman, who did drop an overall, but I'm not too worried about that. And, of course, Carter Hart at a 90. So we have some very, very high overall players on this team now. What I consider a high overall is about an 89 plus, but obviously Couturier is right there at an 88. But we have 490 overalls now, or 490 plus overalls now, with Nolan Patrick and Travis Konechny both at 90s. Provorov, of course, at a 91, and Carter Hart at a 90 as well. So this team is pretty damn solid, and of course, I mentioned in the last episode how we just have a plethora of fantastic forwards that can play in the NHL. So obviously, Obey Kubel, Rubstov, Shenishin, Bunneman, Torninski, and Strome all didn't make the cut this year. But overall, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. I think if something isn't working with this team, we can obviously change some things around. So I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. I think this team is going to be fantastic. And yeah, I'm very excited. So let's take a look at the record book now just to see what the Flyers franchise now looks like. Of course, I mean, Giroux still going to be leading in pretty much everything, although Carter Hart is now the leader in shutouts and wins for the team, and I mean, at this rate, he could definitely surpass Hextall by the time he's like 27 and wins at least. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I have my control paddle on. I'm gonna have to take that off because I just clicked B too many times because that's what it is. I have it for COD, so I can slide. But yeah, let's just go back and let's see. Giroux, still quite a few points away from Bobby Clark. I don't know if he passes that, but of course, with this upcoming season, Giroux will be the franchise leader in seasons for a Philadelphia Flyer. Don't think Giroux catches up in assist. Giroux can definitely catch up in games played, though. Obviously, Giroux's not going to catch up in penalty minutes. And I don't know if Giroux will catch up in goals. He'd have to have a few good seasons by the time he ends his career. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm very excited to see how this team continues on this season. Of course, coming off a fantastic year in the regular season last year, winning the President's Trophy, but then ultimately it all went down the drain once we hit the playoffs and we lost in 6 games to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I'm hoping for a much better season this year in the postseason. We'll see. We'll see how we go, or we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we do. Gotta change the scouts. I totally but I don't want to do it right now because it just takes too much time. So yeah, I don't really care, but it's fine. So our preseason overall wasn't that bad, but of course we are about to hit the simulation for this season. But let's just go and take a look through the first game of the season. Why not? Let's slow sim it. make it a little more fun for you guys to watch. So, period number one of game number one this season. We are down 2-1. Pierre-Luc Dubois with a goal. Interesting. Second period. Okay, we're down 5-2. Not looking good for Philly. And yeah, a 6-2 start to the season is not very good at all. I hope that isn't any indication of what this team is going to be looking like this season. Of course, we have so many possible line combinations and so many possible forwards we can play this season. If things really go awry, we can always change things up, but I'm really hoping for big things out of the lines we have. And there we go, we get our first win of the season. So 1-2-0 in our first three. We're up to 3-2-0 on a 3-game win streak. Hopefully we can continue that. We can, to make it only face conference teams up until that Ottawa game. So yeah, every game was against a Western Conference team. Currently 5-3-1, 6-3-1, and in our first 10 games in the first month of the season we're 6-3-1 was the first 10. So honestly, not that bad of a record. Keith Yandel for McLennan and Wallstedt, no thank you. I'd like to keep those prospects. But yeah, we're looking pretty solid so far to start off the season. Only 1 point behind the Devils, who are ahead of us in the standings. But 11-3-2 is a fantastic record. We are on a very large point streak, as far as I know, and we'll see how long that goes. We're now at the top of the division, here with a Metropolitan back-to-back and a long Metropolitan road trip, I guess you could say. Yeah, wow. Okay, we are looking very goddamn good. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? I'm losing regulation. It's probably gonna happen right here just because I said that, but we're just gonna keep going. Oh my. Okay, there we go. So we went on a large win streak and a large point streak, up to 42 points with a record of 24-2. Holy shit. What was our last loss? What was our last regulation loss? It was against Ottawa there. Oh my god, so we went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 game point streak. Oh my god. And we went on what? We went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game win streak, shootout loss to the Senators. Then we went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game win streak after that. And then we finally got our first loss in regulation since fucking October, at the start of December. That is crazy. 24-2. That's got to be one of the most insane records ever. That is crazy. And somehow the Maple Leafs are just there with us at 41 points. And Voracek currently leading the team in points. He's just been very good in this series. Him and Provorov, oh my. Both over point per game. Actually, Konechny is as well. Giroux also a point per game. Couturier not too far behind. Frost not too far behind. Bouchard is playing very well. Nolan Patrick not doing too bad. Farabee doing well as well. What is the goaltending looking like? Honestly, not the greatest of goaltending, but, well, just considering what Carter Hart was doing at this time last year, but still, honestly, fantastic goaltending from both of them. Allmark so far flawless. Knock on wood, hopefully that continues, but yeah, I mean, really good goaltending, really good team so far, guys. I have made a pretty solid team so far, so damn. Alright, well, let's continue on. I don't really see any reason to stop. Let's sim to the new year. And we'll see what this team is looking like. We actually have 2 back-to-back losses, 3 back-to-back losses, 4 back-to-back losses. Brings our record to a little bit more realistic, but we get a win over the Canadians there, which is nice to see. Because obviously I don't want to turn into a bad team, but we are struggling in the month of December so far. Yeah, not looking very good. This has been a very poor month, and I mean, our record is obviously still great, but We've barely won any games. Yeah, December was not a nice month to us, but thankfully we had such a great start to the season in the first 2 months. Our record still reflects a tremendous record, to be fair, and we're now fighting for second in the league with the Jets, although actually we have second just because we've played less games, but the Sharks have actually surpassed us, but we have 5 games in hand on them, and they only have one more point than us, so we are still technically the best team in the league. But yeah, that was a very poor month, and I really hope we continue on how we played in October and November, because if we're going to be playing like we are in December, that is a very, very scary way to end this season. Now, no one is a point per game player either. Provorov, though, 1 point behind point per game is not bad for a defenseman. We will sim to the 1st of February now, hoping the new year will treat us well. Not a bad start. Okay, 1-1. Let's see what we can do. Now 1-2. Alright. Okay, 2-2. 2-2-1. 3-2-1. 4-2-1. 5-2-1. That's a pretty good record. 5-3-1. 5-3-2. We're still getting points, which is good. 5-3-3. Into the All-Star break. 30-13-5 is a very good record by the All-Star break, and we have a back-to-back to end off the month. We win both games there. All right, so we're up to 69 points. Nice. There we go. Let's see what the rest of the league looks like. Holy Jets, up to 73 points now. We have 3 games in hand against them, so we could still technically be one of the best teams. Alright, so we are second in the league, but we could very well pass them depending on how our games go if we continue on with that. So 50 games in, let's see what the team is looking like so far. Of course, Konechny is a point per game right now. No one else, though, a point per game. We have a few very good players, though, from Provorov, Voracek, Giroux, Couturier seem to have slowed down quite a lot. Frost and Patrick seem to have slowed down quite a lot, especially considering how good Konechny is doing, which is very surprising, but yeah, I mean, either way, we're still doing good. Evan Bouchard at an 81, he's putting up 30 points. That is very good. Ghost, only 28 points, which is surprising. Farabee, only 23 points, which is really surprising, especially considering how well his line mates are doing. Very, very interesting. We have 3 defensemen in like the top half of the scoring, and then 3 defensemen and then the other 3 defensemen are literally our least point-heavy defensemen. Carter Hart still doing pretty solid. Linus Ullmark still doing pretty solid. A 9-2-1 record is very good. So I mean, either way, I mean, our team is still doing fantastic. And of course, we are in the month of February, which means the deadline is coming up. So let's just sim to the deadline. See what the team is reflecting. I really hope we can hop to 40 wins by the deadline. That would be very nice to see. Just gonna trade offer for Phil Kessel, the hot dog man. But I'm not going to make any trades as of right now. Just gonna wait to see how these last few weeks go heading into the deadline. We have 4 chances to win 3 games here to hit 40 wins. We have 2 games to do it. Can we? I hope so. We have 1 game to do it. Can we beat Vegas one last time? We can. And of course, we are going to be a buyer heading into the deadline. 40, 16, and 5, I think it was. I think that's what our record said. Morgan Riley's on the block. He's on a 1-year deal. That's so much value, but that is so intriguing. That is so intriguing. How well is he doing this year? 47. Oh, that is so intriguing. I don't even know who I would trade. That is so intriguing. Honestly, I mean, Ghost is an interesting trade. Just because, of course, Ghost is expiring this season. I don't know how much he's going to want. And that's a lot of value. Oh, man, that is very interesting. I I don't know if I want to make a trade, though, just because of how well our team is playing right now. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't feel comfortable making a trade. I really don't. And I was thinking about maybe some of our prospects like McLennan and Stasiak, but again, I mean, even honestly, maybe JVR. JVR does not have a lot of value. Where is he? Did I miss him? I had to have missed him. There's no way. Oh my god, how much value does he have? He must literally have no value. Oh, he doesn't at all. I was expecting him to have some value, but yeah. You know what, I totally forgot about that, but I'm going to have to make some extensions after this. You know what, guys? I think that would be sick to make a big splash like that for Morgan Riley. But the team is playing so well, I really don't want to interrupt that. So, yeah, I mean, we're gonna refrain from any big trades there, and we're gonna keep going. I have full faith in this Flyers team. I believe in this team. Let's see how this season ends out. We are currently at 85 points, which is a fantastic record. 40-16-5, sorry, is a fantastic record. Let's take a look around the rest of the league. The Jets, 1 point ahead of us, but we do have 4 games in hand on them. Konechny's still in per game. But yeah, quickly, I would like to go take a look at some contracts because we have some very important ones coming up this season, such as Nolan Patrick, who is going to be looking for a ton of money, I'm sure. My god, I should have done this at the start of the season. He was looking for a much better deal because I checked at the end of the last video off camera just to see how much he was looking for. We're going to go for $9 million for 3 years for Nolan Patrick. Honestly, not a bad contract. Would have just liked to lock him up forever, though. Ghost, I do want to re-sign, preferably on like a 3 or 4 year deal. I'm going to try to cut it down quite a fair amount as well. I'm going to try 5.6 for 4 years. I mean, that's still a very good contract. That'll bring him to 3. I'm okay with that. JVR, I really don't plan on bringing back, so we're going to skip on that. Farabee only wants a 1 year deal, and you know what? I'll give it to him. $4 million for 1 year. Lindblom, of course, I want to re-sign. I'm going to offer him a 2 year deal. That's what he's looking for. Cut it a little bit. Phil Myers doesn't want an extension. Oh my god, he wants a lot of money. Holy shit, buddy. You good? He wants 6 years as well. That's a big-ass contract. I mean, I know he's not here for putting up points, and he's great defensively. Obviously, a plus 16 this year, which isn't bad. And sorry, I meant to look at his stats. Oh my god. Obviously, sick defensively. I mean, he can put up some points, but man, that is a lot of money, especially considering he doesn't want an extension. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a really, really expensive contract. Like, even 5x5. You know, I'm going to offer him for... Man, that's tough. That is really, really tough. I don't know what to do with Phil Myers. You know what, yeah, I mean, I'm going to try 3 years to match him up with Nolan Patrick. I think that $4 million, that is fine. And I mean, really, that's all I'm really looking for. Allmark doesn't want an extension, but he's not looking for a lot of money, so I'm going to offer it to him just to see if he accepts. So there we go, guys. There we go. A bunch of contracts just went out. Like I said, I meant to do that at the start of the episode. I just totally forgot about it. So let's see how the end of the season goes. Allmark renews. Farabee renews. Myers renews. Alright, so that's not too bad. Lindblom renews. Ghost renews. Patrick renews. Bouchard renews. So everyone renews, which is fantastic. Very, very good. Very happy about that. I was a little worried, I'm not gonna lie, so let's just sim to the end of the season, guys. Let's see how this team does to end off the season. I feel like it could be a banger. Um, let's see. Let's see how we do. 5, okay. 4 losses in our last 5 games, though. Not ideal. I mean, we did get 1 point at least out of them. Still, I mean, I don't care if we're President's Trophy winners or not. I just want a much better postseason this season. So, I mean, there's a very high chance we hit 50 wins by the end of March. Let's see if we do. Not looking too good. Struggling a lot this month as well. Maybe we should have gone for deadline acquisition Morgan Riley. We will not hit 50 wins. We've already clinched the playoffs, though. 3 games left. We will end up hitting 50 wins, thankfully. That is the ideal scenario. We only fall flat at 50, so we really kind of struggle towards the end of the season there. Um, hmm. 50, 25, and 7. Obviously, not a bad record at all. But still a little depressing because, like I said, a bit of a sad ending to the season. We did finish at the top of the conference, but I feel like Winnipeg probably is the better team. So Toronto right there with us, not too far behind us, of course. The team that eliminated us last season, and yet, like I expected, the Winnipeg Jets are your President's Trophy winners this season. I mean, we did win more games than them in regulation and overtime, but of course, they just had more points. Unfortunately, there was just a few games we choked. We went on a few small losing streaks, and that, like I said, ended up costing us. So this season, Travis Konechny with 78 points, not bad. I think that's better than what he had last season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, quite a bit better. So that's good. Ivan Provorov, 71 and 82 from a defenseman is insane. That is very, very fucking good. Nolan Patrick with 64. Overall, not too bad. I don't really. I mean, you never know. Anything can happen, but as a power forward, I find it very hard for power forwards to put up a lot of points. So as long as Nolan Patrick is putting over 60 points a season, I am perfectly fine with that. Anything above that, like I said, I am perfectly fine with that. Under 60 points is when I'm worried. But honestly, good season out of Patrick as well. Frost. Ooh, that is big. 60 points out of Morgan Frost. I'm hoping for big things out of Morgan Frost. Claude Giroux, another 60 points this season. I mean, if he was getting more ice time, he'd obviously be doing better. But still, I mean, like our top unit this season for the power play is Konechny, Provorov, Patrick Frost, and I think Bouchard or Farabee. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, either way, Giroux was our best power play performer anyways. Couturier, 59 points, not too far behind Giroux. Voracek as well, 59, so like 3 of our veterans. All basically 1 point within each other. Ghost with 42 points this season. Not too bad, not as good as the last season or the first season of this simulation. He's gotten a little bit worse each year. Hoping it's not going to continue on that trend. Of course, he's getting quite a big raise. Evan Bouchard, though, that is huge. 42 points this season. Well over double the amount of points he had last season. Same amount of goals, just a ton more of assists. Joel Farabee with 39 points. That's a new career high for him. Not by much, but it is. So again, hoping for much, or for really big things out of Farabee. JVR with only 22 points. Again, I mean, he was playing on the 4th line. I'm not really surprised by that. He's probably going to fall quite a bit. I kind of feel like I just ruined JVR's chances at getting signed anywhere. Lindblom, only 21. That kind of sucks, but again, we just have so many players and not enough ice to go around, really. Scott Lawn with 19, Beret-Boulet with 19, Isaac Ratcliffe with 18 in his rookie season. Not too bad. And the reason why I chose Beret-Boulet over any of the other forwards is because of his tremendous season down in the AHL last season, almost a point per game. I was hoping that he would do very well this season, 19 points in his rookie season. Honestly, not that bad. Our best rookie this season. Phil Myers, though, 18 points, a plus 22. Really hoping that contract doesn't hurt us. Sanheim, 16 points. Stralman, 15 points. So, Overall, not too bad. And goaltending again this season was good. Carter Hart didn't have as good of a season this year, but it was still pretty good. And now taking a look at his regular season stats, very good. I mean, 153 at 94 and 22 with 15 shutouts and a 19 save percentage is not bad at all. So yeah, hopefully it just gets better and better for him. I really hope. Allmark did very well this season, a much better season than last year, so that's nice to see. By far his best season. So that's very nice to see. But yeah, let's go take a look around the league now. We'll just start with goalies, that's fine. But yeah, let's just take a look around the league to see who the top goalies or who the top players were this season. So Hellebuck led the league in wins. Holtby, though, not too far behind him. And Tuukka Rask right there with him. The only 3 goalies to surpass 40 wins this season. Looking like Tuukka may be the Vezina winner. Ooh, actually, maybe Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. It's between Luukkonen and Rask, if you ask me. Interesting, though. I mean, either one of them could really win it. But yeah, Allmark, the arguably best backup of the season or of the year. So who knows? Maybe our goalies could win a Jennings. Very possible. Let's take a look at the rookie skaters this season. Vasily Ponomarev, 58 points. Cole Perfetti with 50. Vasily Podkolzin, who I believe I made. Yeah. 48 points. Cole Caulfield, who I also believe I made. 45 points. Not too bad. A few really good prospects in there, though. Rookie goalies. Any big ones this year? Luukkonen. I mean, Luukkonen could honestly make a case for a Calder, if you ask me. That's crazy. What actually... I wonder what overall he is. Yeah, I just want to see. Oh, he's an 86 as a rookie. That's pretty big. Damn. All right, so I saw that Tyler Seguin led the league this season. Connor McDavid with 106 and Trevor Zegras with 104 at an 84 overall. Oh my god, his puck skills. Oh my god. 99 pretty much across the board. McDavid who? I mean, McDavid obviously is better, but holy shit. He's going to get a massive jump. He's probably going to get to like an 88, 89. That is crazy. Of course, I did make Trevor Zegras because he's like arguably one of the best prospects in the world right now. That is crazy. 66 goals from Seguin. Jesus Christ. I saw 55 from McDavid and 54 from Zegras. All of the top 4 in points and goals for the same players for Seguin, McDavid, Zegras, and McKinnon. Damn. Most assists, I'm guessing, is Rantanen and Barzal. Yeah, with 70. John Carlson, 76 points this season. We're, of course, going to the defenseman now. Let's see. Provorov definitely can win a Norris this season, and I hope he does. I would give it to him, personally, whether I was, whether I was doing a Washington franchise or a Nashville franchise. I think it should go to Provorov with the highest plus-minus. But we'll see what the game says. Quinn Hughes, Victor Hedman, John Klingberg, Ekman Larson. The goal leader for defensemen this season is Dustin Byfuglien. He had a much better season with the season he did with us last year, so that kind of hurts my feelings. But either way, guys, a fantastic season once again from your Philadelphia Flyers. I am very, very excited to see how the postseason goes. Of course, we are going to be facing the other team of Ontario. This time it will be the Ottawa Senators. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and tune in for the next one where we will go through the playoffs once again. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.